Hi, my name is Kenneth Berger, and I made this video to help people and families who've been impacted by a case where a car has hit a pedestrian. And this is happening a lot. In fact, over the last 10 years, pedestrian deaths have increased 35%, even though other traffic safety statistics have gone down. So we're seeing a spike in these things, and we want you to know what your rights are and what your family's rights are when these accidents occur. First thing to know is, in our experience, the police report almost always blames the pedestrian, but that report doesn't matter in a civil case. That report doesn't come in to evidence in a civil case. That report doesn't prevent you from bringing a case. In fact, the only thing the officer can testify to is what he or she witnessed personally, and they almost never saw the actual collision. So even if the police report blames the pedestrian, let us worry about that. The next thing to know is that a claim can of course be filed with the at-fault person's insurance company, okay? So again, regardless of what the police report says, whoever the at-fault driver's insurance company is, you can file a claim with that company. And as part of that claim, it's all the damages that are related to the collision. If there's a loss of life, obviously that loss of life. If, thank goodness, someone survives, then medical bills and lost earnings and the cost of future medical treatment are recoverable, and damages are also recoverable for what people commonly refer to as pain and suffering, and that includes a person's lost enjoyment of life due to their injuries. Now, if the driver of the car that caused the accident doesn't have enough insurance coverage to fully compensate a person or their family, there are other avenues you can explore. There's what's known as underinsured motorist coverage that we can help identify, and there may be additional at-fault parties. For instance, the way that the roadway was designed or the pedestrian crosswalk was designed may have been insufficient. There may have been negligent roadway design by the contracting company, by the architectural company, or by the government entity. Another thing we look at is 17% of drivers in these pedestrian v-car cases had a blood alcohol content greater than 0.08. In other words, almost 20% of the time, the at-fault driver is intoxicated. When that happens, we may be able to pursue an action against any bar or restaurant that served that driver alcohol. So big picture wise, an experienced attorney who's handled a lot of cases the way that we have will help identify the true cause of the accident, be it roadway design, drunk driving, driver inattention in the form of texting, emailing, social media, and we can also work with different experts to create collision reconstructions. At the end of the day, our job is to make sure that every at-fault party is held accountable, all damages are accounted for, and we do everything in the law to make this situation right in a civil context. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to reach out to us right here on the website through the live chat feature, or give us a call for a free consultation. Know that we look forward to helping you, to answering your questions, and you certainly don't have to take on any insurance company by yourself.